Danny, what is up, man? How was your weekend?
That is the most unnatural.
I'm trying to be a pro here, okay?
How was my weekend? Well, it was.
You got vaxxed. Well,
I got half
you
vaxxed, right?
You got. I got the second one.
I got the first one.
But it was. It's like just because you're vaxxed doesn't mean you can't get COVID. We need to stress this, right?
Yeah.
More and more, we're hearing people that are fully vaxxed that getting. So we still have to be careful, but congratulations. I think
Thank you.
It's congratulations is in order because I think it's a decision, right?
Yeah. I mean,
some people are.
I wanted to get it earlier. You know what I mean? Like my parents got it, like in the U.S. like in March.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
Like
opening up some snacks here.
Their second.
Snacks.
So I got it through the recent reservation program, right? Where you can sign up based on the last number of your birthday.
Yeah, this.
Right.
Can you explain this to me? Because I haven't really thought this through. I didn't have to.
So anybody whose birthday, so mine is actually this week, September 15th.
That's right. In a couple days, you're going to be the big 39.
39. 39.
You bastard.
Not 4. But
Still in your 30s.
So since my day ends in a 15, right? So everybody that ended in a 5, birthdays who end in a 5, can register on that day.
On a 5.
On also like there was like last month. There was there was about 2 or 3 weeks of reservations where on the 15th, on the 25th, you can register.
So you could register on the 15th or the 25th of last month.
Right.
And, okay.
And so that's what I did. And so I got in and, like I didn't know what to expect because some people I know like got it kind of more like in a private like hospital type of joint.
Yeah, I got it in a private hospital.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you probably didn't face what I faced. Right.
Let's see. I want to see what you went through.
Basically, there are hundreds of people in a small auditorium.
What?
Right?
Wait, hundreds of people waiting in a small auditorium?
In an auditorium.
That sounds counterintuitive.
So basically, there's all these stations, right? So like I get in, I go up the elevator, get to the 6th floor, right? They tell me to fill some paperwork. I said, do you have anything in English? Because, when it comes to medical shit, I need it in English.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was like, 영어로 된 거 있어요? And they were like, 영어 필요해요? And I said, I know, but fucking give it to me, right? So so then I fill that out, right? Okay, now go take this number and go over there, right? So then I'm going to another station, right? And then they were like, okay, now can you give me this? And then I'll give you that. And then I got another like random thing, right? And then I got led to another big ass room, right? And there was a lot of people just waiting, right? So like,
damn.
So it was like a cattle call.
Yeah.
And the thing is that so they basically set up portable booths within this auditorium, and the person injecting me was like, here's the brochure, the pamphlet. Like you have to stay here after the shot, stay here 15 minutes, just in case you feel all weird and stuff. It says here 3 days, no working out and no drinking.
Did they show you photos of rashes and stuff that could possibly happen? Oh, they didn't?
No.
Okay.
All right. They just said, if this happens, then you do this. If that happens, do that. If you feel like none of the above, then go to the hospital. Right?
Okay.
So the lady goes to me and she goes, well, let's be safe. You shouldn't work out for a week It says 3 days here.
It says it on the paper for 3 days.
Yeah, but let's go for a week.
Okay.
And I said, you know what? I always follow the doctor's orders, right?
Well, so you had to skip PT this week.
Yes.
But you were happy about that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because I have to follow doctor's orders.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then she goes, and also you should lay off the booze for a week too.
Okay.
I said,
that's you should just start with the bad news.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? Maybe I should so basically this is what I did. The working out, followed doctor's orders.
Mm-hmm.
The drinking, I followed the pamphlet.
Okay.
3 days.
3 days.
On the 72nd hour of my shot, I went, I'm drinking.
All right.
So that's what I did.
I think that was because Sean, our friend Sean, in our Katok bang, we were talking about all this, because they all got their second shot and stuff. And he said he started drinking after the second day.
Yeah.
Right? And he was fine.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going with that. That's good enough for me.
I was like, what are you, a doctor? Get out of here. Just I'm gonna. So I went. So I drank. Now here.
How'd you feel though? Oh, keep going. I want to hear
the arm hurt, but I didn't feel any sort of like
fever
or whatever. But on the safe side, I bought some Tylenol just in case.
Yeah.
But I didn't take it.
You didn't need it.
I didn't need it.
Okay.
Now after the 72nd hour, I kind of went in.
You went in hard?
I went hard.
Okay.
There's a hyung that I truly love. Every time I see him, we go hard.
Okay.
So we go hard, right? So the next morning, you get the alcohol shits, right? And I take a shit.
And COVID came out? It's like, okay. I mean, your vaccination came out. I'm sorry. That's what I meant.
No, but the thing was so for me, my thing is because I take disastrous shits.
Yeah.
I tend to flush after one comes out.
Oh, like you gave yourself a courtesy flush?
Yes.
Okay.
The reason why is because if I wait till I'm done with my session, 50% of the time it's going to get clogged.
Okay.
Right?
Damn, you got grown up shit.
Yes.
Okay.
Disasters.
Okay.
Right? And so after the first piece comes out, I hit the button.
On average, how many times you flush during a session?
3.
Damn. Okay.
Right? Well, the third one is toilet paper, right?
I told you about this. My wife yelled at me because she saw me do that.
Right.
You know, we're poo-poo now, so we've been So she seen me on the toilet. So she seen me flush, courtesy flush myself, right? And I thought I was doing it for her and for me, but then she's just like, don't do that because the particles go up. And it's just, anyway, finish your story.
I go to flush it. The flush broken.
No, midway through your
mid shit. I went. I expect the whoosh, and I went.
That's the worst.
And I went clink clink, clink 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 clink. And I was like,
it didn't even flush.
No.
So it's just staying. You're stuck with it.
Right. So I looked down.
And
I said, "Wow, that's a disaster."
Damn, this is all right. This is what our episode's going to be about. Shit again. Okay.
Right. As we're eating shit color flavored
choco.
Yeah. So,
these are good, by the way.
Yeah. So I'm not a plumber, but I opened the tank.
No shit, Danny.
Right. I know I look like Mario. Right. But I opened the tank. And so I know the basic mechanics of how a toilet works.
Halloween episode, you're going to be Mario, going to be Luigi.
So I know the basic mechanics of how a toilet works.
Yeah.
So the chain snapped off, right?
Yeah.
So I manually pulled it up, flushed. Right?
Oh, okay. Okay. So, all right.
Then the water starts filling up again.
Yeah.
So I go take part 2 of my shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Crisis averted for a second.
Open up the tank again and lift up the chain, flush it again. So I go, okay, whatever. I can fix this chain.
Yeah.
But then before I decided to call my landlord, I waited till the tank filled up.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this like weird, like screeching sound, squeaky sound.
Okay.
So it's not just that the chain is fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
The fill valve and everything inside the toilet's fucked up.
Okay.
Right? Now, I usually only clean my apartment when there's a chance that a lady might come over.
Oh, if you have a date night,
Right.
You know, clean up. Okay.
So since I haven't had that in a long time,
Mm-hmm.
pigsty, right? But now I have to call the landlord up.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, motherfucker, I gotta clean my house because. So I spent the hangover day cleaning up my house.
And then you called your landlord.
Yeah.
Okay.
To which
Uh-huh.
So I called them Sunday.
Called Sunday. Did
Right.
they come Sunday?
No.
Oh, so you have to live with a screeching toilet for.
So I turn off the water in the toilet.
Okay.
So now every time I go pee or shit in my
Turn it
toilet
on.
until it gets, I have to turn it on. I have to fucking manually. Oh, dude, it is.
That sucks.
I'm doing chemistry in there, right? Now, a part of me goes, it's easy enough to change it myself. The whole inside.
Okay.
Like I know how to do it.
Yeah.
I've done it before. But I was like, nah, I can't. I don't want to do it. So I go, do I change it myself and not have the landlord come?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or do I clean my house
Yeah.
and have the landlord come?
Ah,
I chose option B.
yeah. Come on.
Well, you don't trust that, dude. You know what I like about, I tend to hate a lot of things. I tend to hate a lot of internet culture and information and just some of the things just because I feel like people are worse people. They become more terrible since the advent of the internet, I think. But
yeah, the laziness is just uncharted.
yeah, but good things are like things about like flushing, like fixing things, like quick things you can. Dude, there's plenty of whatever. I learned how to unplug or unclog a toilet
Without having a plunger.
with the plunger.
Oh, you don't know how to use a plunger?
I mean,
before?
I know the mechanics of it, but like the how to properly do it.
Oh, okay.
And so this episode is going to be very scatological, right? But this was last week. I forgot to mention it because Frank was here and we were having such a good time talking about cheating, potentially cheating friends' wives. But anyway, so one day I was kind of tired and I usually sleep at like 3-4 a.m. Right? But I was so tired that I got to bed at 11:30 p.m. And I was like, oh my God, real normal adult shit. I felt actually pretty good. I go to sleep and at 2 a.m. I wake up, big ass stomach ache, right?
Okay.
Again, took disaster shit, right?
Middle of the night.
Clogged my toilet. The first 덩어리 that came out, I was still sleepy, right? As I was wiping, still sleepy.
Okay. You're half asleep.
When I flushed and it didn't go down.
Oh, no.
Yo, man, unclogging a toilet at 2 a.m. is one of the worst ways.
Please tell me you got it done, though.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, give up and I just deal with it in the morning.
A part of me wanted to. I was like,
Dude, I remember one time I didn't have a plunger, right? And I just didn't have the strength to go out and find one because it was late. And so I just looked it up online, what I can do without having a plunger. And so I found the video where it tells you to use saran wrap and tape up the whole toilet.
Until the water fills up?
No, until you tape up the entire bowl above it, right? And then you make it airtight. And so what you do is once it's airtight, that air is not escaping, right? So you just push down. You just basically pump the air in there, and then it'll go down. And sure enough, it worked. That works. If you're in a pickle and you gotta flush that pickle. Like yeah, use saran wrap. I remember it was like Glad wrap, the hefty duty kind that that sticks for you. You know how some saran wrap
but did you
tape?
But did you secure? Did you trust that it would be airtight, or did you like tape it up some more with some packaging tape or whatever to like secure the saran wrap?
I remember I taped it up real nice. Yeah. The only thing is, like, when you do that, it splashes up onto the saran wrap, and you can't like flush the saran wrap.
Right.
So you have to clearly throw it away, like with gloves and whatnot.
You got dongul
on your saran.
Damn, we started off with some scatological shit.
We're talking about getting vaxxed and
vaxxed and dong.
I had the exact opposite experience than you though for the vax, because I got vaxxed the day after you, the second vax for Pfizer, and what ended up happening, I went to a private place, right, and then I go into a room and I talk to a doctor face to face, and the doctor gives me the inoculation, right? So. But explaining, he shows me on his computer, like, these are the rashes you could get, but don't worry, only 0.001% have gotten this kind of reaction to the shot. But you have to stay 15 minutes and whatever will if you're fine, you can leave, I think. But it wasn't like that. Like, I would have been appalled if I saw like hundreds of people gathered to get their vaccine. They
were all spaced out.
Everyone's spaced out.
Yeah. So it's like, it's kind of like the airport. Yeah. Where, like if you go have you been to the airport recently? Where
Sure. I have only to go domestic flights.
Yeah, but don't you see like, oh, you can't cross this line.
Yeah.
Like so there's that kind of space. And then the 15-minute wait, you're like, the chairs are spaced out a lot. They give you the what do you call it, like the cafe buzzer, so to let you know that your 15 minutes is up or whatever. And so everything was, there was space. It wasn't like like, oh, me first. It wasn't like it wasn't like that, but the idea of it was very cattle car-ish. You know what I mean? I'm glad I got it.
They didn't have English things for me though. That's the one thing, because it was probably, they don't see a lot of foreigners.
Right.
So I remember there were a few other people there with me, waiting as well to get their second shot or whatever it was. I remember seeing the same people I went the first time there, right? So I just got a Korean form and they said, fill this out. But I was the first one there. Like, so they gave me the form first. They're like, fill this out. And then, and so it was taking me a while because I had to translate the whole thing. I too wasn't just going to sign it.
Right.
And then, but I was a little like 창피해, like, because she's like, Che Robert, are you not done yet with your form? And I was like, oh, sorry. Like, kind of thing. Everyone else behind me are like, they just read it real fast and they gave it in. They're already calling them into the office. And then, so I was like, oh, I think I got this right. I finally finished it off. And then she was like, oh, this one's wrong. And like, I don't know what it was though. Like, I don't know, like, that's a dangerous thing for me. Yeah, like, I mean, usually
especially like the medical stuff. Cause you might be like, here are my organs before I die, right? I doubt like that's in the papers, but
in the moment I couldn't figure out if maybe I checked off the wrong thing. I don't know how the shots go. Is it the same shot you get twice? Is it a different kind of shot you get both times? And I was like, I think the one I checked off wrong maybe meant that I'm here for my first shot. I was like all nervous that I was going to get the same shot and I was supposed to get a different one. So I did feel a little bit uncomfortable that day based on that, but I double checked. I took a photo of it, showed my wife, kind of thing. I was just like, I just want to make sure I did this right.
I was trying to kind of be chatty.
While you were there?
15 minutes, man.
All right. Afterward?
Right. I don't know if the woman next to me was cute or not because we're all wearing masks.
Oh, yeah.
But she had beautiful eyes.
Yeah.
So I said, we kind of made eye contact, kind of give a Korean bow.
Mhm.
You know, the look was like, you know, like, hey,
We're in this together.
yeah, we're halfway through. And then I went, 많이 아팠어요. And she was like,
Yeah, she said yes.
no, but her look was like, why is he talking to me? All right, fuck you, bitch.
It's creeper. But I mean, that's how, like, what if it turned out to be where, she was your soulmate or something?
Love at first jab.
Yeah. And be like, you know how I met your mom? Like, during this, there's this thing called COVID. And we were getting our vaccination shots. And yeah.
Back in the days. No, see, like, I realized that as much of a pessimist, I would say more of a realist.
Mm-hmm.
I do yearn for
Love.
well, yeah, but like more beyond that, like that like rom-com movie like scenes in my life. You know what I mean? Like serendipitous chance meetings.
Sure.
And it ends up to be like, you know, the person you're going to be with for the rest of your life type of.
I think we all do.
Yeah. There's, I mean, I think
level.
it's unfortunate that that's programmed in me. And I also know that that's very rare in people, you know, but I know I've told you the story, but it reminds me of this one girl who I was like, if we got married
Mm-hmm.
and had kids,
Mm-hmm.
this would be a fun story to write and tell. Did I ever tell you about I told you about the dental assistant, but I don't think I've ever.
Oh
said it
yeah,
yet.
yeah.
Right.
Did you? I don't remember if you told it on Noonchi, but
Uh,
your ex.
but I am looking for all those that are, I don't care, it's mostly dudes anyway, but a chance encounter. So so one of these stories, eventually I'm going to write this somewhere in a script somewhere, right?
Okay.
But one day I decided, like back in LA, a lot of times I would eat only when I'm hungry.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I'm not hungry the whole day, right? And this was one of those days,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? Where I didn't eat anything all day.
Yeah.
And then I went to Cafe Blue,
Yeah.
grabbed some drinks, got home, right? Watching TV.
Yeah.
And, you know, I had to go pee. So I walk up to go to the bathroom. And next thing I remember, I'm on the ground face first.
You passed out
I fainted on my way to the bathroom. And
because you were drunk, or you're fatigued, or I mean, you were
Both.
famished.
I guess both.
Okay.
But I wasn't like, my stomach didn't tell me, yo, you're hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know? And so I hit the ground face first.
Mm-hmm.
When I woke up, my front two teeth,
Yeah.
like one was broken in half
Mm-hmm.
and one was broken diagonally. Right?
My goodness. Yeah.
And I'm like, and DPD and Pedro were at my place.
Mm-hmm.
So when I came out, they were like, what the fuck? Like, cause
Oh yeah.
I got fucking heroin mouth. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I decided, I was like, oh shit, because I had a gig in San Francisco in like 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to fix this immediately.
Yeah.
So the next day, I Yelp a dentist
Okay.
in
Yeah.
K-Town.
Mm-hmm.
And I go in and look, I'm not famous by any means, but a lot of times like Korean Americans back in the days
Mm-hmm.
would recognize me.
Yeah.
Hey, Danny Cho, blah, 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 right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was an explanation I did not want to give
Yeah.
to someone that knew me, right? So I found a place where it was like full-blown Korean.
Mm-hmm.
It was like here, right?
Mhm.
Like, you know? And I signed up, nice place. And then the dental assistant was like, oh, Danny Wanjanim, right? And I was like, ooh, she's cute.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going. She's like, what happened, right? So I told her, oh, okay, so we got to get x-rays. So I'm stuck to the x-ray like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wow, she goes, she looks at me.
Your type. Yeah.
Well, she's my type, but she looked at me and she was like in Korean, she was like, aren't you a comedian? I said, oh shit, you know who I am now? I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's me. You know. And then so as I'm getting x-rayed, I go, 남자친구 있어요? Right? And she goes, 네, 있어요. Right? And I go, yeah? Bring me another dental assistant.
Did you say that?
Yeah. So she laughed, blah, 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 blah. And then we get temporary teeth.
Yeah. You can't get them.
Yeah. I go to San Francisco, do my gig, come back. Then they put the permanents.
Mm-hmm. Caps, right?
Yeah.
Because, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then, okay. And afterwards, like, she even gave me a 연예인 DC.
Oh, really? They have that?
Because I didn't have insurance.
Oh, right.
So it was like, it came out to like $2,000. Right? So I got like $700 cut off. Right? I was like, all right, thanks. Anyway.
That's nice of them.
About 2 weeks later, I get a call on my phone. For a number that I don't have. What's this? Yeah. I pick it up. It's her.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And she goes, hey, like, I hope everything's well.
Yeah.
And she goes, I was just wondering, like, you want to grab like coffee or something?
Damn. Straight up. Patient.
Fucking illegal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I was like, yo, this girl is willing to kind of break the law.
Yeah.
To have coffee with me.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, let's do this.
And she has a boyfriend. Yeah. Or it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah. So it turns out she broke up, blah, blah, blah. We hang out, blah, blah, and we
one night stand. Just kidding. 2 night stand.
A few night stands, but like it was a fun time and the way to meet.
That's a good story.
The story of how we met.
Yeah.
It's something that I go, oh, that's a fun way to write like how a couple falls.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a good story.
So me going, I kind of want to relive that at the vaccination center.
Mm-hmm.
Was like, 많이 아팠어요? And she was like, who is this fucking meatball?
Well, I hope you continue to put it out there like that. Like whenever you see someone you have interest in.
You know, I've gotten to the point of not giving a fuck.
That's great.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like before, because before it's like, well, like you start calculating, and then the problem with that is if you start calculating, the chances are it's probably not always, but most likely going to be no. You know what I mean?
Just go with it, yeah.
But now I'm like, fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care anymore, right? So she had man, people are gonna fucking make fun of like if the homies watches you fucking pansy, right? But like same thing with the dental assistant. She had warm eyes.
Warm eyes?
I can't explain warm eyes. It's not necessarily the shape, but it's the vibe that I got. You know?
No, I can understand what warm eyes look like.
So the girl who had the mask on, she was looking at me like this. I was like, oh, she got warm eyes.
Okay.
많이 아프세요?
All right, we're gonna title this episode "Warm Eyes."
Yeah, to me, like even with like whatever, like Tinder, like obviously, like looks are very fairly important.
You've explained this to me before, but looks, when it comes to body type, you've said this more than once. You like the sundubu body type.
Sundubu body. I don't like them. Like I don't like. On Tinder on the profile it'll say like 운동 좋아해. I like working out.
Yeah.
I don't like
sundubu body type. For Korean speakers, just soft tofu.
Yes.
Type. You like the soft tofu type.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't like muscular buff. It hurts. No. It's weird. Like I don't like 돌침대. You know what I mean? I like soft Tempur-Pedics. You know?
Yeah.
But with that being said, sundubu doesn't mean like my body type. You know what I mean? I just need it to be a little bit like a little cushiony.
Yeah.
Because
that's a good way to put it.
Because
sundubu.
On on the day I drank this week,
Yeah.
my 형 goes, 야, 오늘 여자 2명 술 마시자.
You drank on a Sunday then, right?
No,
Or Saturday night.
Saturday
Okay.
night. 여자 2명이랑 술 마시자.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right, it's me and my 형, and then he's like, there's 2 girls, right?
All right. Your young's age?
My, yeah, that's why I was like, whatever. And
Okay.
he's like, 야, 네가 좋아하는 순두부야, right? Right? I was like, oh yeah. So I go see her, and I was like, oh, no, this 순두부 곱빼기. No, she was nice. She was cool. But anyway, so just a lot of I don't know, man. I'm lonely now.
I mean, back then they didn't have Tinder, right? They didn't have these. They probably had like dating sites.
Match.com.
Yeah. And
Have you ever met a woman via online?
I have not. No.
So it was all like every girl that you ever dated, been with, like was you met first, like
Yeah, it was
through
all
a friend or
everything was analog for me, clearly, right? So I except there was one time we got a call. I think Eugene was there actually too.
Oh.
We got a call from our buddy Eddie,
Oh.
right? And Eddie was like, "Hey, I need a bunch of guys to come to this dating event,
Okay.
right, at some hotel downtown." And it was for a Korean dating company, where, men and women, they pay the company to set up these meetings basically in LA.
Yeah.
Right. So I remember him saying, you cannot tell anyone that you did not pay for the service. We just don't have enough guys. Right. So he got a bunch of us that were single guys to come and pretend that we had paid for the service and all this stuff. Right. So I went to that. That's the closest I've gone to anything that was like a dating site or dating kind of like.
I'm curious because apparently that type of event also exists in Korea, right?
Yeah, I mean I'm guessing that's where they got the idea, and they brought it to LA, and there's lots of
So, but similarly,
in LA, so
I didn't go, but some of my comedian friends similarly were like, we're kind of short on dudes
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you come?
Okay.
So it was like 2 or 3 of them. My comedian dongsangs that are now kind of famous, right? But before they weren't. So I want to see if what they told me is similar to what your experience. It seemed like a majority of them, were like you can as much as engaging as you can be, or as funny or whatever as you can be. It seemed like most of the girls wanted to meet the doctor or lawyer dude.
Same situation,
right?
So yeah, I did not. There was not a match for me. It was a speed dating situation, right? Like it looked like a wedding banquet, like wedding reception, like, and it was in one of those banquet halls, right? So every 5 minutes you switch, go to another table, and you sit next to someone else, and it's like a menu, right? Everybody's name is on this menu, and it says what you do, right? So you can clearly see how many doctors there are, how many lawyers are. Some women straight up said, I'm just gonna rest now and wait till I go see the doctor. Like literally, like they were like, because for me it said artist.
Oh no!
And I had to explain what kind of artist I was.
Oh man, you're the vegan option.
So I still had a great time, like because clearly I'm not there to meet someone because these are all like anyway. I remember just being just really relaxed, and they had all these events on stage that they had MC, right? And in order to get people pumped and stuff, they were giving gifts away and gift certificates for palm tree and like dinner certificates to restaurants and stuff like that. And nobody would get involved. Everyone was too shy to answer some trivia question or get on stage to do something to break the ice. So I was like, shit, like I didn't, I'm not getting paid for this. I'm doing like a favor for a friend. So I kept going on stage and doing like these exercises up there. And they're like, you just won 2 tickets to dinner at Kumgamsan or something. Like, I was like, yes. I am. I walk out like with all these gift certificates. I remember one was for Palm Tree. And I was like, all right, so I have money for Norebang too. But, there were some girls that I met that were pretty cool. Like one person, she straight up just said, yeah, I can't marry less than a lawyer or doctor, but she's interested in what I do. So I said, I'm an artist. I have a show coming up. So I did some like work. While I was there. I was like, I'm going to have a show at this place called Hotel Cafe. Like, this is a day. Like, yeah, I told some people about it. One of them actually showed up.
With a date? With a doctor?
No. I don't remember the situation, but I remember just her being a little bit like, not that socially like all there, but she was like, I remember once I was done with the show, I said, all right, have a good night. And then as people were clapping, she just came up on stage next to the mics, like where I was. And it's like, hey, hi. And she started a conversation with me. I was like, oh, I kind of have to wrap up here so the next artist can go. And then we talked afterwards, and I was like really grateful that she came. But
did she give you the not the warm eyes, but did she give you the seductive eyes? She was like,
no.
Did she?
Maybe she did, but back then, like I had no game, and even if I did, I didn't know I had game. So maybe that was, in hindsight, maybe that was like I just missed an opportunity. But I wasn't into her, so clearly I didn't do anything.
I wonder if he can do that to a guitar. I wonder what he can do to me.
So stupid.
Yeah, so the comedians were telling me, Hyung, like they also fucked around, and like
they fucked around, meaning what?
Like during the event.
Oh, they just
speed dating.
Oh, because they weren't like.
They were there because they were helping out a friend.
Oh yeah.
Like, and on top of that, it's like, here's the thing: is that I noticed about. It's kind of a big generalization, but like hanging out with Korean comedians, but like those that are like kumche comedians that have passed the auditions for KBS or SBS or whatever. Those fools, with the exception of a few, they're always on.
They're always on.
Like
in terms of
unless it's like kind of like this situation where it's okay, like where they won't fuck around. But like if they're in if you go to a norebang with like Korean comedians, most of them are like,
it's gonna be a fun night,
hilarious, right, and I think that's why they they got called in because hey, we gotta
ensure that this night is a fun night. If anything, because at the very least,
there's a bunch of like stuffy like 저는 뭐 저기서 다니고요, like there's those motherfuckers, and then there's these comedian dudes, but they're not famous, right?
But people gotta know that they're ringers, they didn't pay for the service. They didn't but that's okay, right? At least they're helping break the ice. Maybe
they might have actually gotten paid to go.
Maybe that should just be like straight up like in the open. Like people should know that. Maybe I would, if I was paying for a service like that and I knew that it was going to be osake and like really awkward, I would love to know that maybe there were some comedians in the fold, where they're going to make it a fun night.
Well, I mean, they too at the time were all single. So
it's like it could work out for them.
It could work out for them too.
Still a chance. So.
Yeah, although they said that the majority of them were waiting for the everybody that who's
they were waiting for doctors.
Where their profession in Korean ended with 사.
Oh.
의사. 변호사. 교사. Anything that ended with an S. That was 사.
Okay.
Right? Because I was like, ooh.
Did they have like what do you call it? Like badges or
like what they did?
what? No, what? In terms of was their name?
That I don't know.
What do you call those things? My English is escaping me, but it's like a name badge.
Yeah. Hello, my name is.
Yeah. What is the tape thing? Jeez. Oh my goodness. Okay.
I think
Moving on.
yeah, a name badge.
A name badge.
Tag, yeah.
Name tag.
So, in this, okay. So you know how Korea is one of the lowest in terms of birth rates.
Yeah.
Right. Now,
or they have a birth rate problem.
Yeah. Now now you guys are doing your part, obviously.
Yeah.
The Choy family is doing their part, but Benji gets to 21, that age, starting to, hopefully date or whatever, right? What is one thing you're like, well, not one thing, but what's one thing you're like, I hope Benji doesn't bring this type of person?
Oh, home?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right.
The same rule I had for myself. Like I can't be with someone that is not generally good to people, whether they know them or not.
So this is a question now. Like, I am not suspicious, but I'm like, if somebody is nice to everybody, right, which is a great thing, but I go, that has no benefit to me.
Okay.
What I mean by that is, like, I don't want my significant other to be like a fucking tyrant, right, or an ass, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I much rather them be nice to me
than to some stranger,
than to everybody else.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
you want someone. Let's say if you want your son, you would want your son to bring, or your daughter to bring someone home that's going to be good to you as well.
Or good to my son.
Good to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
But I guess, I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is I want them to hopefully meet someone that is a decent human being.
Would you, okay. Would you, let's say they're hopelessly and madly in love, right? But you go, this person is not a decent human being, right? For Benji or whatever. Would you be like, how would you
yeah, I don't know. Like I would probably, I don't know, honestly.
No,
now that I'm thinking, okay.
No, because beyond, I mean, obviously it's closer because it's your kid, right? But then we also have friends, right, whose girlfriends or wives, you're like, right?
Yeah.
But you don't tell your friends like she's wah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And my philosophy is, because I don't know their relationship. Them, like what they are like together. Right?
Sure.
But like what but outwardly, right? But I don't say it. I don't be like, yo, man, your girlfriend or your fucking boyfriend's whack.
Yeah.
Right? I don't, And then when they break up, I'll be like, you're right. I don't even say, I hated that bitch before. Like, I don't even say that. I'm like, all right, cool, man. So what do? Do you just chamo if you go, man, I can't stand my best friend's girlfriend?
Yeah. Now I'm trying to think what would really annoy me. If she came and she had like a really thick Boston accent or like a New England. Hey, Mr. Bobby, like, I'm dating your son and I think I'm in love with him. Like, I'd probably be like, hey, like, are you sure about this one? I'm kidding now. Yeah, I don't know. Like, love is a weird thing. So I probably have a conversation with my son at some point where it's like, listen, romance fades. So it has to be about respect and trust. Because if you don't have that, it's just going to be a hard road for you, you know. So make it easier on yourself. You know, I mean, not giving away too much. Like for me and my wife, has been it hasn't been perfect. You know, I don't know a lot of people that have had it perfect.
Yeah.
You know, for us, we figured things out for us, it was difficult. And it's still, you know, we're working it out. We're trying to make it work. So, but I know where I went wrong on many occasions. And those are the only things I can really tell him, hey, this is what I did wrong. Like, and if you see this kind of behavior between yourself and your significant other, just like fix that then, or it's not going to be it's going to be hard.
You know what I would do? If I would plant traps.
Plan traps. Like, just all right.
Like for example,
all right.
I would if I would fill this wallet up with an obscene amount of cash. Not obscene, but like enough to be like, wow, that's a lot of cash. That's
if you think that person is a kleptomaniac,
for
you're
example,
gonna like put them in that position,
and I'll put it on the coffee table, and I will have some sort of security camera. There, you know.
Well, I know you don't like bad drunks.
Oh yeah,
right. So maybe that's also a thing. Like, bring them over, right? Let's drink together,
right.
Right, and then maybe you make it. Your son will probably know that about you. Yeah. Right.
But you know what? What's surprising is that,
or your daughter,
I feel the age in me.
Why is that surprising?
No. because like I like to believe that I'm not a bad drunk. You know what I mean? Like.
You're not a bad drunk.
I'm kind of similar to the way I am, except I just slur a little bit more, right?
I think it could get worse though. Yeah. For me, I used to not be a bad drunk, and now I'm starting to become a bad drunk. I know that, like, because I have more regrets now than I did before.
I've been blacking out.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. And so I haven't blacked out. I rarely black out in the US. Right. But like, for example, this past Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Like that in the evening. I don't remember how I got home.
So blackout, like a proper blackout where you're not aware of what you did at some point.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And that is what scares me. Right.
That's scary.
Because as I'm trying to test future son or daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
What if I'm the one?
Oh yeah.
Fucking black.
I mean, we're talking 20 plus years from now, right?
Right.
So yeah, who knows how we're gonna be able to handle it? My like father-in-law, like people that are much older than us, I do see them. They can handle their liquor still. Yeah. So that gives me hope. But you know, like I've been trying to cut off alcohol a little bit. But right now, part of me is also like, if I don't get this out of my system now, then it's going to be harder later. I don't know. Like, so you're not balance as well.
But you're not going to ever do like the Bad Boys 2 scene where Martin Lawrence's daughter's boyfriend comes on a date and fucking
you pull out the guns.
Will Smith goes, "Who the fuck is Reggie?"
Oh yeah,
you know, like you're not going to ever do that kind of stuff.
I don't know. Like I don't know what's going to happen if we have a daughter. Like, I can't even imagine like I know it's going to be difficult.
You know what? You know what I think? During the formative years, I think I should hang out with your daughter a little bit.
Yeah.
To be like, and then you go.
Stay away from this type.
That right there. He has the most fucked up brain in Korea. He can sniff creeps out a mile away.
Okay.
Learn from Danny Sanchun which of the creeps are. Look at him. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? I remember.
Yeah, man. That sounds like I would trust you to help.
I remember one time. It was like one of my friend's younger sisters, like she started dating, right? And then it was in the US, right? And then like we're all outside. He's like, he comes to the house to try to like, take her out or whatever, right? And my friend goes, hey man, what's up? I'm so and so's older brother. Oh, hey, how are you? Like whatever. He goes, hey man. And this guy's a pretty good actor. He kind of looked nice. Hey, do you have a weed connect? Right?
Okay.
Right? And he's like, yeah. He's like, get the fuck out of my house. I was like, oh shit, because he was so good. He was like, hey man, like, do you have a weed connect? I got busted.
That's
right. And the guy's
like,
and he goes, oh, yeah, I got a weed connect. He's like, get the fuck out of my house.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
Yo, man, I was on the side just laughing. I was like, See, like,
oh shit.
Like I want to like plant that kind of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Where it's like, like, hey man, like, where we can, and then, Yeah,
I don't know. If I have a daughter, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna let her start dating till she's 35 or when I'm dead.
Nah, dude, she's gonna be, dude. I believe personally, late bloomers kind of get a little bit more fucked up.
Late bloomers?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like because they go in hard because they go this lost time that I didn't get to do it. I feel like a lot of them try to cram it in.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So I
kind of happened to me too.
Yeah, I wouldn't say not dating it. I would let her make all her mistakes early.
I think because I was a late bloomer. Yeah. Like I've made bad decisions based on just whatever it was, horniness or just loneliness. Yeah. Being desperate. For me in my case, since I never like went after. I couldn't even ask women out until I essentially moved to Korea. So
so like I personally believe that like when I see a lot of kids that kind of fuck up in college, is because they grew up so strict and so like restricted up until high school. Fucking hagwon, blah 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 blah, and then like you go to the dorms, there's no parents and there's no amma to wake your ass up every morning or whatever,
and they go buck wild.
And that's when like I've seen people like, I don't want to say ruin their lives, but they really
Crash,
eat shit because of the fact that like they're up to their own devices.
Yeah,
right? I felt like I was a step above them because I was already like doing that in high school and before. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Oh, it's a cake party. I've been to many of those. Right? You know what I mean? So like, it wasn't like I gotta go to my first frat party or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I think that's the type of I don't know. For me, it seemed like everyone that just kind of went wild.
Yeah.
And I think that's also part of being a bad drunk, right?
Yeah.
Is that there's some people that start early and might even have some tutelage.
Yeah.
To be like, hey, but don't do that, right? That they kind of keep that mentality.
Yeah.
But then there's some people that are cool people, but like shitty bad drunks.
Yeah. That's one thing I think I'm gonna look forward to having.
Right.
Having a drink with my kids. I think that's very important for what I'm going to look forward to.
Would you do it Would you do it when it's legal?
Yes, but I would let them drink earlier.
But not with them.
Yeah, it can't be a school night clearly, but it's got to be like, like I won't let them go too overboard, but I would start them earlier than here. You have to be 19.
Yes.
Right.
21 back home.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, that's early enough for me.
So my grandfather on my mom's side, A wonderful man. Fucking, you know what? I think he like, if I had to be like he's a pimp, and I don't mean that in the selling hookers way, but like 멋있어,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He used to smoke cigarettes out of like a ivory pipe.
Mhm.
So there's an ivory pipe and a cigarette, and he would smoke that. I was like, I've never seen anyone in my lifetime smoke. And then at every meal, he would have like a glass of chivas, right? And I remember when I was 4,
Chivas is cognac.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
he when he would, and apparently the reason why people drink that is because Park Chung-hee, that former president, big fan, right?
Okay.
And so like I was 4, and then he had like a wooden chopstick, and he'd dip it in the chivas, and then how there'd be like a drop
on it,
right? Yeah. And he'll feed me chivas at like 4.
Well, I don't think I'd do that. Oh my gosh! Like back in the day, apparently that's how they dip like a finger in whiskey, and to help with babies when they're teething, because it really hurts for them. It numbs their gums.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a great idea now, but like he basically it was like,
and then my 할머니's in the back going, 아이고 영감 또 무슨 짓 하는 거야? 가만히 있어, 애들이 이게 다
but you remember that,
right? Yeah.
You remember that?
And then around 7 or 8, my father gave me my first beer. 7 or 8,
jeez. So here's the question. Would you do that in turn? Like, would you do that for your kids?
7 or 8 is too early, I think.
Too early, right?
Yeah. But I would say that I wouldn't give them a full beer, right?
But at 7 or 8, you would do like a sip,
like a shot glass, maybe.
Okay.
마실래?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I could do that.
Yeah.
But especially if they're just like,
you know what I mean? Like a soju cap full, like that. Not like an adult.
They're not going to like it. Right. When you're first time you taste beer, it's very like disturbing. Actually, you're like, I remember the first time I tasted beer, but I was still like, I think I was 18 or something like that. And I was just like, what the hell? What is this? I had a Zima when I was younger than that, but I never had really tried a beer.
I have a Zima story for you, but I bring this up because I don't know if I shared it. I think I shared it in our group, Kakao, right? But my mom cannot drink at all.
Yeah.
Right. But my father loves to drink. Right. And I think I got that gene.
Okay.
So the day I got vaccinated or got the first shot, I'd tell my mom, I got the first shot. I'm not supposed to drink for 3 days. She goes, 잘 됐네. And then she sends me a video of
I saw
my
that
garage at home.
Why do they have so much soju?
There is 6 boxes of chanmisul, 6 boxes of jinlo, like different brands. I don't even know.
What's 805?
I don't know what that. It looks like beer.
Damn, that's a lot of alcohol.
And look at the toilet paper.
Toilet paper. This was like pre.
This is 2-3 days ago. She sent me this video.
I mean, they got all that because of COVID.
Random peanuts, Clorox, bleach wipes, fucking sal, all that.
All that. So your dad's a soju drinker? Is that Somek? Yeah. Oh, that's why there's beer.
Yeah.
Okay, soju.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a lot of soju, and it's not cheap in the States.
Yeah. So I go. When I was like, this looks like the storage room of a pojangmacha. Like, what the fuck?
Do you guys sell soju at your market?
No.
That's straight up
that's for personal consumption.
Shit.
But he's not gonna go through like he maybe will go through like a bottle a week, a bottle of soju. He doesn't drink hard.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Right.
Okay.
But it's weird. He likes drinking. And I remember if you did it in this video, there's a pool table in the middle.
Oh yeah.
Right. And I remember getting drunk and at an early age. Way before I was legal to drink. It was legal for me to drink.
Okay. But with your parents' knowledge?
With me and my father getting drunk.
Okay.
Playing pool. But I like the idea of teaching my kids the proper way to drink. not the way, but the
Sure.
like
Yeah,
how to behave.
That sounds good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like I feel like as an adult,
Mm-hmm.
there are many situations where you're going to drink, whether it's for work or for whatever. And I think being a bad drunk is pretty up there in like
I agree.
Things that, like you're like, it's a big minus, a big negative.
I've seen you distance yourself from bad drunks.
Yeah.
And same here.
Yeah.
Like instinctively, we won't call someone if they're a bad drunk if we're gonna have a drink.
Yeah.
That could mess up someone's social life.
Right.
I guess in our circle.
Yeah.
But my son, like my wife, she drinks really well, right? And so when my in-laws moved in with us, whenever I see my father-in-law and my wife drink together, it's like really pleasant to watch actually, because she's so comfortable drinking with her father. She'll sometimes instigate it too. He doesn't push her to drink, but he'll drink with her.
Yeah.
And I think it's really special. Like I really want that to be the case with my kids too, and with their mom as well. Like, that's the dynamic is going to be a little different from my upbringing because my mother didn't drink at all.
Right.
And my father, I wasn't of age when he died, so I never had a drink with him. But I want that to be like, as much as I can help it, I'm going to try to make sure that I can have those moments with my kids.
So around what age do you think you'd be like,
man, I don't know if I'm gonna make it 21 years.
Here's some makgeolli.
So 18, 18 maybe.
So you're getting close to legal age.
Yeah, I mean, not like overboard, but like when they're of age, I want them to be able to hold their liquor. So maybe that's up to me and my wife to I don't want them to essentially be, like in that crowd that's gonna teach them to drink.
Why not?
Because early on, like I'd rather them look to us for that kind of guidance. And then when they go to college, then they can be the ones like leading the strays, or leading
No, because like a part of me, like I've done a lot of bad things in my life, right?
Yeah,
I
mean, we could talk about it now, but you used to sell fake IDs, and
I've done a lot of bad things in my life.
In college,
a lot of bad things in my life, but
you were pretty smart though. That's not easy to do. Like you had a head on your shoulders.
So what I want is like, my children. To like, I want to be a consultant to my children, especially when they want to dabble in like things that might get them into a lot of trouble.
Okay.
I'd be like, hey guys, I know this is some conde talk, right? I don't even know if that's going to be the word anymore, but like, look, man, like I've done it.
Yeah.
Right. And I was lucky. And I'm smarter than you. Right. So.
I mean, I will tell them of all the stories of like friends that went to jail and people that are still in jail.
Right.
And like for doing really making bad decisions.
But what's interesting is like, like the fear of, especially for men, right? The fear of American jail is rape, getting raped in prison, right? Not just losing your life or like, whatever, or it being a tarnishment. Like, most of the biggest fear is I don't want to get fucking my ass kicked, killed, or raped in prison.
Yeah.
I've talked to a handful of Korean people that have been to Korean jail.
No fighting.
No, rape is not that prevalent.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
Yeah, in Korean jail.
They still fight though, right?
So what it is because in U.S. jails, typically it's like race-based, right? So like the right? Like Mexicans, blacks, whites, whatever, right? In Korea, every room is like 6+ people, right? 6+ people sleep in a room.
In the same cell.
So in the cell, there's a hierarchy. You know what I mean? In the
Okay.
cell, there is the Hyungnim.
I think I've seen a movie like that.
Right. Oh, it's
Yeah.
Miracle on 7th Street, the Korean I Am
Yeah.
Sam.
Oh, so
Yeah.
scared. So sad.
Yeah, Korean I Am Sam.
Yeah.
So typically 6+ people in a room,
Yeah.
and there's a hierarchy within the room.
Mhm.
And so as long as you're cool within the room, like you'll be all right, and you're not gonna get, butt fucked.
Okay. So that's not a thing.
But yeah.
Okay.
Because I was like, oh, you guys don't have to worry about it. No, we don't have to worry about that. I was
Okay.
like, okay, because we have a friend, or I have a friend that went to Korean jail,
Mhm.
and he came out fat.
Oh, really?
And I was like, you are the first person I've ever heard that gained weight in prison.
I mean, do they do they have like rec rooms there where you could work out and stuff in Korea?
I don't know. I mean, like
Do some research.
like stereotypical like prison buff.
yeah.
Prison buff is all like upper body strength. Everyone's
Yeah.
well, I forget what comic goes. Everyone's building get the fuck off me muscles.
Yeah.
Right. And usually legs are not one of them.
Yeah.
But I rarely see that kind of. I'm curious. Like those are the things that like you have to really dig into
Mhm.
to know. Like I don't want to go to jail and find out, but like I
Yeah.
want to know like these kinds of things, because if I make a joke, you know what I mean. Like I want to know that like the Koreans can understand. Like if I make a metaphor to like. So I have this bit in English, I say, where like I feel like becoming an ajashi, right, is not an age thing. It's an admitting you're an ajashi thing. You know what I mean? And so like it's I go it's the metaphor is you are sentenced to life in prison, right? And time is trying to rape you, right? So in the beginning, you're doing everything you can to not get raped by time. You're working out, you know what I mean? You're not yawning in public. You're not tying your shoelaces, like, like in the open and shit. You're doing whatever you can to not get raped by time.
Yeah.
But eventually time's going to rape you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Becoming an ajashi is once you get raped by time, you go, that wasn't so bad. like, why did I fight all this time for no reason, right? So
it's like becoming institutionalized.
Right. By time, right? So that's what I feel like being an ajashi is.
By the way, my greatest fear, or one of my maybe my greatest fear, ever since I was young for some reason, is going to prison for something I didn't do, being wrongly accused. Just in general, being wrongly accused, like, is a big fear of mine. Like Shawshank Redemption. Yeah. One of the greatest movies I've ever, but just that scenario alone is like, it's so it hurts to the pit of your stomach kind of thing when you see that, and you see like, oh man, it's just that kind of stuff freaks me out. It's stressful.
On a very smaller scale than that, obviously it's not jail related, but I don't like it when this one's my channel. I don't like it when an ugly girl thinks I check them out in a way where she gets bothered.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, how dare you look at me? Like that look, I'm like, are you serious? Or like, like you're in a subway or whatever, and then like I usually put my hands like this, like one on the rail and then one like, so both my hands are here. Yeah. Because I don't want one hand to be like this and all of a sudden like hits a thigh or something and all of a sudden get accused of some shit, right? But one time like I went like this and it hit somebody. Yeah. And the girl was like, 저기요, right? And I looked at her and I was like, this is insulting. You know what I mean? Yeah. I want to be like, you think I'm willing to risk my freedom for this fucking...
I think we talked about this before. Remember when we were in the car with JY?
Yeah.
And we're
저기요. 어이 깜짝이야. 내가 더 깜짝이야 미치냐?
Oh man, but you know, I hate that too, though. To a certain extent, like you know, like if somebody drops something and you're just trying to get their attention because they dropped something on the floor and they're like they don't want whatever you're giving out.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, listen, you dropped your fucking wallet.
Yeah.
And then I love that moment of you know them being like, oh, like embarrassment, you know. So I kind of feel you on that. Yeah.
But I was like, they were like, 잠시만요. And I was like, come on, man. You think I'm going to risk this legal fiasco for your face? Get out of here. Right?
Warm eyes.
So for anyone with warm eyes or know anybody with warm eyes, please email me, kennychocomedy@gmail.com. Leave comments and questions.
All right. All right, we're going to call it quits today.
It is, yeah. We started off with the vaccine.
Yeah, I ended up talking about
and then Bobby's, what would Bobby do?
Oh,
The
yeah,
kids?
yeah. The kids.
18. God damn.
Yeah.
I would have klepto.
7 years old. What the? Damn.
Put it in the
I think that's why this podcast works. Because it's like a seesaw.
Right.
Like,
right.
we'll never be on the same level. Or sometimes we are.
Yeah.
Right? In the middle sometimes. But, geez, maybe that's a
See, because I know why I got gout.
Yeah.
7 years old. This is why I got gout. Right. So
I got gout because that shit is contagious, clearly.
I wish it on people. I hope you get it. Anyway, guys, be safe, be good.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Elitist.
Oh, yeah.
Elitist. Tony Aikens 형. 천태풍 형.
Thanks for helping us out too.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah. With the merch. I mean, we haven't had any sales in weeks.
Yeah, because we're supposed to give shit out to people and we haven't bought any yet.
I know, yeah. It's coming.
Yeah.
All right. Later, guys.
Later.